a lot of couples have asked us, why is it? What's the main reason why so many married couples break up? What would you say?
Well, I'd start by answering it from the point of view of evolutionary psychology, which is what I write a lot about. And that literature suggests that husbands and wives, men and women, they need a lot of the same things, obviously, because we're all people. But there's one big difference that provokes a lot of breakups, and that's that husbands need one huge thing from their wives, which is admiration. Mm-hmm. And their wives need this huge thing from their husbands, which is adoration. Admiration and adoration. Now, of course, men want to be adored by their wives and women want to be admired by their husbands. But that big difference is important, and it comes from evolution insofar as that, somebody who's going to make the investment of raising kids and taking care of kids needs to know that there's going to be some stability. And one way is to say, honey, I'd fight a tiger for you and only you. And he needs to hear, that is the biggest gazelle that anybody who's ever dragged into this cave.
Right.
You're so big and strong. That's going to feed us for weeks.
That's right.
And, okay, we're not that fragile, and our egos are not that ridiculous. But the truth of the matter is that when husbands don't feel admired and wives don't feel adored, you got a problem on your hands.
Yeah.
Does that sound right to you?
Yeah, and I noticed that sometimes you get home from a talk, or I go listen to you to a talk or something, and I noticed that and you're always like waiting to see what I'm going to say, and if I don't say something, like if I don't say something that I liked it, or that like I don't put enough emphasis or something, I noticed something that you kind of get a little cold. Now you don't get mad, you don't get angry, but I noticed that you get a little
withdrawn.
Quiet, withdrawn.
Yeah,
and so what happens then is, it's interesting because then what happens is immediately I also don't get what I need, which is
the adoration,
your complete attention from you and adoration, because we kind of we drift apart.
Yeah.
Is that the word? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that doesn't mean that I don't need your respect and your admiration for the things that I do, but it means that top of the list, you need my admiration for the work that you do, for the things that you do for our family. And I need from you your admiration, your adoration,
right?
Which that doesn't mean that I don't also need your respect and admiration for what I do.
Yeah, it makes sense, except that it makes me feel like a real baby. But it's funny because I noticed that. I do hundreds of talks a year, and if you're in the audience, there's only one person in the audience for me. And we've been married 34 years. And it's like, there's going to be 5,000 people in the audience. And if I know you're out there, I'm playing the room for you.
Yeah.
That's what I really, really want. And afterward, I'm like, oh, yeah. But
and also notice that when I come into a room and I don't get your attention immediately, I also...
And my eyes are not just like...
There's something missing. And if I don't get that, I also withdraw a little bit, and I kind of I put that thing,
Yeah. But the burden for adoration, for example, is not just on you, because I have to be admirable, right?
Right. Of course.
And if I'm not admirable, can you admire me? Can you, through force of will?
No. That's why you need to be admirable.
But can I adore you if I don't feel like you're adorable?
No.
I feel like I can, because I feel like to love is the will to go to the other, according to St.
And we always talk about you kind of sometimes you have to fake it a little bit.
Yeah, no, you have to. No, it's not even faking. It's an act of will, and I kind of feel like when I talk to young guys, I say, look, you guys got two jobs. Number one is to be admirable, and number two is to adore her.
Yeah.
And what if I don't feel it? Well, I don't care if you don't feel it. Adore her anyway.
Yeah.
Be admirable and adore her. Is that right?
Yeah,
that's my prescription for young guys.
And so for it, what I think that then what I need to do is to, of course, I need to admire you, but if I want your adoration, I need to be adorable. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean that I'm so cute and stuff. That means that I'm a virtuous person. I'm a person that worth of adoration, of
worthy for sure.
Worthy, yeah.
And that is to be to be the virtue is really, really, really important.
Yeah.
Now, what about respect, though? I mean, is this different? It seems to me that, and St. Paul in the letter to the Ephesians talks about the importance of. I mean, he basically talks about the importance of respect, right?
Yeah.
For both
Yeah. Mutual respect.
mutual submission and mutual respect.
Yes.
And so that's table stakes. Submission to each other and respect for each other is table stakes before we
Yeah.
get to any of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we need to do.
Okay.